Good evening. Welcome to all that's joined. So who do we have? We have hold on, Sean of Action Retro, Garth, Starbuck Tech, who's not really here, Adam, who's also on the stream with us, Eric, Jack 68K, David Starbuck, Retro Techie, who's on vacation. That's why he's not with us tonight. We got Jeremy of Vintage Hillbilly Shack. And we got the 6Bs saying hi and bye at the same time. Way past my bedtime. Okay, have a good night. Also, Eric, Garth, if you want to join. Oh, you're home. Oh, well, hang on. I'm going to send Retro Techie an invite. And also, Eric, I sent you one, I believe, and Garth, I know I sent one. If you want to join, please feel free. I'm just gonna. Oh, that's your.
Can you have what?
Oh, cool. Can I have it? Have what? I guess just the boxes. All right, I just sent you the link, Retro Techie. So if you're home, feel free to pop in. So let's start with, let's change my camera. Oh, and I found out why somebody got rid of this stupid USB hub that I'm using. The damn thing keeps cutting out. Drives me crazy. So let's open the first box. It's gonna come. Oh, people will know where I live. Oh well. Come hunt me down. Buy a computer. So I didn't quite have the money to fork over for the ultrasonic cleaning solution that Steve recommended last time, but I got this stuff from Amazon for, well, cheaper. It's supposed to be a universal cleaner, and it was like $100 cheaper, so we'll see how it does. But there it is there. It's BM5000 general purpose ultrasonic cleaner.
It's lemon scented.
And it's lemon scented.
Ooh.
BM is a good thing.
Okay.
Actually, I've used that solution. It works pretty good.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. Just don't leave it in there for a week like Joe.
Hold on. Charlie wants to smell it.
Don't drink it.
Well, no, I know that. Just want to smell it.
There you go. Careful. Don't spill it. Does it smell lemony?
Not really.
No, it really doesn't, does it?
It doesn't.
That's kind of a
It's not this.
disappointment.
It's a very big disappointment. Send it back.
Send it back. Oh, yeah. Lemon fresh boards, yeah. Just put that on the forward. And then yesterday or the other day, I got somebody
One of my friends
contacted
in.
me. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys, didn't see you. Eric
Hey there.
and Eric.
How you doing?
Hello.
I don't know if we should let this guy in. He's looking pretty mischievous.
This is what happens when you install AUX.
Oh.
You're very brave for that.
So the other day, somebody contacted me and said, I have a donation. And this is part of it. There's also 2 inkjet printers, but they're not worth showing off.
Ooh,
Well,
inkjet.
they're inkjet printers. Yeah. So we have. Whoops.
Lemony fresh.
All I know is that we have 2 PCs and a Mac. So I don't know what the PC.
So you got one good one and
Yeah.
2
Shame on that.
great ones.
So this one, hold on. They got the cord all wrapped around this laptop.
Things are a bit of a disarray with my equipment right now. This is the only way I could get the stuff to work.
Is that a actual hard drive?
That's a CD-ROM drive
Oh,
that I had to take apart while it was connected because it jammed. So that was fun.
And I want to drink, so
I had to restart the install. It takes like an hour to install this stuff.
So we have, first of all, an HP laptop. I love it. Oh, it's an EliteBook i5 processor. Came with Windows 10. Let's see if it boots up. And this is where Charlie comes in while he's having a drink of beer.
boot, boot, boot.
Oh, is he going to be disassembling PCs tonight?
No, we're
I'm too sober for that.
oh, wait a sec. Oh, okay. And we have Garth Beagle's illegitimate son. Who's joined.
Okay, you
Hello.
know what? I've told you I don't want to see you. You're not legitimate.
There's no extradition.
I'm here to support Trina, Eric, Adam,
You can just
and the other guy.
stand here.
Okay. You can just
Well,
I
stand
have
here.
to mute because I'm eating a salad and it's incredible.
I thought you were going away down to the States.
I did. I had
They
enough.
wouldn't take him.
I had enough. It was too expensive.
Did you really go down to the States?
I went to a certain state. One of the 50, from what I understood.
There's
Wow.
50 of them.
One of the
So probably not Alaska or Hawaii, I assume.
No, I went to
Guam,
Vermont.
one of the territories.
I went to Vermont.
Vermont.
Yeah. It was very green and Green Mountain like.
Okay, so it booted, but it doesn't seem to. Oh,
Give it.
What is this junk that you
Oh.
have here?
it has Ubuntu on it.
Oh.
Ubuntu.
Ooh.
Are you fixing this, or is this what is this?
No,
It's-
these were given to me for free, as well
It's
as
got Ubuntu on it. It doesn't need to be fixed.
Well, there you go.
What's Ubuntu?
End of stream. It has Linux. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an action retro special.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
He needs a
Is that
phone
a, is
strapped
that a
on the
2C you're working on, Adam?
Yes.
Bad RAM, right?
I don't know what the password is.
Yes, it has
Everyone.
bad RAM, shockingly enough.
Bad RAM.
Bad.
Bad RAM, bad RAM.
We're not.
This desoldering iron is awesome though. I just took out the chip on the first try.
Okay.
Which
Maybe
kind
it's
did you
'cause you're
get?
awesome.
Say again.
Maybe
Is
it's
that
because
one
you're
you've had for a while, or
That
it
was
new?
actually a parts board that I stole. I'm stealing a RAM chip off of.
No, I meant the desoldering gun.
Oh no, I've only had that for a month or two.
Yeah.
I have to take about 700 screws out of this thing.
Restart,
Stay.
please.
Is Charlie drunk and helping you fix this?
I am completely sober, sadly.
That's no fun.
Waste of time then. All right.
Don't let him touch a thing. He might break it. He's
Hey guys,
sober.
if you use a if you have a Ron's Computer Videos badge, you can turn it upside down and it makes a good spot to hold your screws while you're working.
That's good to know. It's good for something.
Wow.
Well, I have like 4 of them, so
Yeah, I
I
do
have to be
too.
creative.
Okay.
Holy fuck, you got 50.
We'll figure it out.
Installation has completed successfully. Yay.
Of what? AUX?
Yes.
Seriously? From scratch?
Yes.
Off of what?
Oh,
Huh?
no.
Off of what?
Off of CD. I did it off
Okay.
of the I burned a CD. Got my CD player from my Performa. It happens to be one of the ones it'll recognize. Pretty picky
I love
on
it.
parts.
Hey, Eric, once you have the whatever media that you use nailed down, if you could share it, because I would like to duplicate what you do so I can follow along when you do your
Yeah,
videos.
I'm gonna I'll blog it somewhere.
Okay.
I've got a blog. Oh, you've got hard copy manuals.
I know.
My
I had
son
something
has-
better.
Which
My poor
version?
son has information.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's about how much documentation you can find
He
online.
has manuals for something he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. No, I couldn't get the floppy image that I put on a floppy to work. It kept, giving up halfway through. I
Yeah.
created a image on the Blue SCSI and dropped the floppy install software on there, and it booted from that.
Okay.
So I got around the floppy hardware problem.
You
And then,
booted. Hold on. You booted a disk image, a floppy disk image off of Blue SCSI.
Yeah, but what I did was I created a small hard drive image, just dropped the
Oh.
files on there, blessed the system folder, and it
That's pretty
worked.
cool.
It was, fortunate.
Neat.
And then the CD-ROM didn't work. It would just sit there, and it didn't ask me. It couldn't find it or anything. But I had the CD and the caddy in the drive. So I got the CD out, waited for it to look for it, popped it in, and then just kept hitting the try to find it button until it happened to find it. So there's some tricks to getting it to work, but
What are you eating, Garth?
It's a salad. I'm trying to be quiet. Sorry.
So this is an HP EliteBook Folio 9480M with an i5 4th gen processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm assuming an SSD because it's only 180 gigabytes.
It's funny how much the edge of that looks like a proper MacBook or something.
Right?
It's all aluminum. Yeah, and
Well,
then the bezel and stuff.
the only difference between this and the new MacBooks, it has USB.
No, look at that giant fan grill. Right?
Yeah.
well, it's to warm your fingers.
Yeah. That's right. But it works.
Does it?
Oh, nice.
It's not warming my fingers.
Now throw it away.
Garbage.
Oh, just try to run a video or something. That'll heat it up.
All right, so that's the first one. I'm going to have you put these on the bench back there. Okay.
Over the balcony it goes.
Please, no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Maybe I'll. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Is this really what I think it is? Because that would be hilarious.
Is it an Apple 3?
It's a Dell.
Oh,
It's an
Hell,
Apple
the thing-
4.
Apple 4.
But I had somebody contacting me during the MacYac show about a new screen for a Dell.
Hello, it's me.
And this?
You need your paper.
No, I'm fine.
I've got an old Dell gaming laptop that died on me. If somebody wants that, I'll send it to them.
I'll take it.
I have a few nice Dell switches that work pretty well still.
Eric,
They're not managed
Yeah.
switches, but
send me a message about it on Discord.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey Trina, I've got that HP tablet, Windows 7, whatever thing that I was
Yeah.
going to give you. I need your address. If you could send it to me on Discord, I'll ship it out
I'll
next
do that
by next week.
after. Just do me a favor and send me a message, Adam, on it, just reminding me to send you my address because I will forget.
Okay, I'll send it after the show.
hey Trina, why didn't you take my call today when I called you?
I did
Sorry.
answer your call. Fuck,
Sorry.
asshole.
What's going on?
Yeah, that was a confusing mistake on my part. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I could hear my phone going, and I'm like, well, what is causing that noise? And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's you calling me on Discord. And I'm like,
And Discord, no less.
You.
what?
That guy.
Bong.
Because I never had anybody call me on Discord, so I was like, didn't know what the sound was.
It's like some monster calling you on FaceTime or something, right?
Yeah, right? Where's the power button?
We see you.
Okay, so this is, oh, the Dell's turning on. These are all like new
Good sign.
laptops. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
This one looks like it has windows on it.
Wind blows.
Hello, John. Good evening.
quit.
John, just to confirm, are you the customer with the alcoholic laptop?
Spill beer on it.
He spilled wine on it. But when it came to me, it was really,
White or red?
John? If it's
Isn't that the
same-
beginning of that movie Electric Dreams?
Super young. I don't know.
Oh, well, they spilled. I think it's
A
champagne. on the
movie is
computer,
something
and
that
it-
you show on a screen. With, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not important right now.
Oh,
it was like they
this-
spilled champagne on a computer, and then it became self-aware.
Wait, what?
That's how
Awesome.
computers work, right?
That's how Skynet gets here. You do those
Yeah.
things, you get Skynet.
Looks like a
Hmm.
thing installed.
What was that movie in the 80s where the guy fell in love with a mannequin? What was
Mannequin.
it called? Mannequin?
Yeah.
Really?
All I know is that I love that song from Starship. Or
That was the girl from Sex and the City, Kim Cattrall.
was it? Okay.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that was back when she used to do a lot of naked stuff in movies.
Oh. I'm gonna have to go watch that.
I think she was in Porky's too.
King Control.
Ah, a classic.
Okay, stop trying to.
Okay, I'm gonna mute now because I'm gonna be chewing.
Come on. There we go. I just want to see what it has on it for specs.
Hmm.
There we go.
I should solder some stuff.
Sean, I love Sean's story about his grandfather working on the set of Mannequin 2, which I gotta say, absolutely did not have the same actors in it.
No, they couldn't get back that stellar cast for the next version.
He rode the golf cart around the streets.
It's kind of like Caddyshack too. They got some of the people back, but not the right ones.
Awesome.
I'm soldering some RAM sockets. It's super exciting.
I'm happy to have opened that door for you.
Oh, it doesn't tell me what.
Are we all supposed to be fixing something? Because the only thing I got in thrifting in Vermont was this.
What did you get? What is it?
That's all I got.
99 cents.
Yeah. Well, there was a G3 all-in-one. Well, you know it,
It
works
works.
because it says work.
I'm just
that a,
working on this because I told the guy I would ship it back tomorrow if I could.
Is it an iPod Shuffle?
I don't want to see another iPod ever.
Not an
again.
iPod. It's a remote.
I have an iPod somewhere.
You know,
So
they
this one,
stick on the side of the iPad.
I did get it working though.
this Dell has a 8 gigs of RAM, an i5 7th gen processor, and an unknown size hard drive.
Hmm. Mystery hard drive.
Yeah.
You should Hackintosh it and you run OS 10.
Could be 500 megabytes. Could be 2 gigabytes.
Oh,
Who
sour.
knows?
I highly doubt it's the 500 megabyte version.
Yeah, maybe gigabyte.
I don't see this battery has anything in it.
It's not an SSD. Throw it away.
Salad.
That's right.
I still have spinny drives in my streaming machine.
No, they work, but they take like 10 minutes to turn on. That's the problem.
Put these together.
I mean, the boot drive is a M.2, but
Well, there you go.
And finally, we have a 2012 MacBook Pro.
Ooh.
Ooh, 2012. Was
Wow.
the 2012 the
The 15-inch?
problematic year?
The first year?
No,
Probably.
never had any problems with them.
I
The
don't.
first
My
Retina ones.
there was some that had serious logic board issues.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
2011.
Not these. Not those.
Oh, it was a 2011.
2011, 15 and 17 inch with the stupid GPUs.
Ah,
Yeah, it's already starting
Stupid
out.
variety.
That's a 13-inch.
So it boots. Very faint chime, but it chimed.
Bong.
oh, wait a minute. This goes this way.
Battery's good.
Trinity, I just want to say right now, I'm sorry I joined your stream only to eat my salad.
No,
How much
no,
you guys
that's
actually
fine.
work.
What kind of salad is it?
It's a very delicious Caesar salad with chicken, roasted chicken in it. It's
Did
actually
you bring enough to share?
very good. No, I didn't. It's just for me.
Gareth, you want me to send you my address so you can send that to me?
It'll be quite rancid once I reach you.
Shh, just send it to her. Just do it.
Just send it to her.
Oh,
Send it in care of Charlie.
shut up.
I did all my working this morning. I got my SATA cards in today, and I flashed the ROMs and soldered them onto it, and it actually works really well until I try to actually install onto it, and then it's just unstable as hell. So,
So it's fine until you used it.
well, the drives I used were I used on a. I have a lot of different setups for different things, and the drives I used were ones I used on a PCI to ATA 33 card, and they were already pre-formatted and already pre-installed with various OSs, and those all worked perfectly and fast, very fast.
Oh,
And once I went to actually install the drives and format them and configure them, and I have two different drives too, they didn't work, so I'm not quite sure what's wrong. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about all this.
So I just took the MT RAM chip out of this 2C and swapped it, and it passed that part of the RAM test, and now I found two more dead MT RAM chips further along in the board.
Well, they're MT RAM chips.
You should send it to Adrian Black. He's very good at this.
Yeah. So you
Hey,
can
Tom's
see my.
Hey, Tom. Welcome. Hello, Roger. I don't know who else I haven't said hi to.
Trina, Adam, Garth, Eric, Troublemaker.
Oh,
Who's
yeah. Garth.
the maker?
Yeah,
Garth
I'm wondering who
Troublemaker?
the troublemaker is.
I'm gonna go with Retro Techie.
I'm going with Retro Techie as well. We love you, though, Retro Techie.
Do you though?
You make us look good, Retro Tech.
That's awesome.
I need all the help I can get.
That's good. I love it, Eric.
I love how
Right.
he's just named it Troublemaker.
No, he's troublemaker.
That's right.
Retro Tech is one of those people who has really good ability to like dig someone in the most obscure, random way
That's
out of
good.
nowhere. Gotcha.
Most people don't get my
Right.
humor. They think I'm cruel, but I'm not. I'm just being sarcastic and annoying.
Sometimes you are. Sometimes you're horribly cruel, but otherwise, yes, it's good.
I love your sarcasm.
But you have to understand, you have to be a Canadian to understand his humor.
Right.
Does being close
that
to
black.
Canada count?
Yes.
Yes.
Eric's the most Canadian of all of us Americans. Holy
You
smokes.
guys want some beers, eh?
Well, actually,
I
funny
got
that you're saying that. This is what we're drinking.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah.
What is that crap you're drinking?
God.
We're removing your Canadian card for drinking that.
Eric and
Garth.
Oh.
Adam and I are like,
It's all we had
it's
in the
better
fridge.
than American.
Adam's actually really doing real work and running proper diagnostics.
I wouldn't use that to clean cement.
So I'm just booting live off this hard drive because
Mhm.
it seems to be in recovery mode right now. The hard drive,
That's horse pee.
We're just crashing.
and it just seems to be so slow. I'll be testing all these tomorrow. Those are my proper shakedown, but for now. No, I thought you were gone for like 2 weeks there, troublemaker.
Oh, I'm not rich like that. Went 4 days to Vermont.
Nice. That's why I didn't message you, because I'm like, oh, he's away in Vermont enjoying all the retro computing.
All the maple trees.
Well, the only Mac that I found was a blue and white at the. It's kind of like a thrift store for $30 US, but I already had one, so there was no point. Well, I have two. There was no point of buying it.
Oh, hallelujah.
Man, I saw a $5
Hmm.
2GS with the monitor on Marketplace.
Well, this is the one you
And
were
I-
posting in the chat.
By the time I jumped on it, there were already 19 people watching it. So I thought, I'm not going to be able to get this thing. You know, it boots, but it would only display asterisks or something. So it's probably a bad ROM chip or memory or something.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm like, I could fix that. I have skills. So I'm like, I'll give you $10 because she wanted 5.
I know
think
exactly how to
someone-
fix that.
I think someone probably offered her $50 for it or something.
No, at least
Yeah.
I've had people
So-
do that where I see a bunch of people like following something, and like I say, I'll come get it right now. They're like, "Yeah, how much are you willing to pay?" I said, "Well, you have it for $30." Oh yeah, but I have a lot of people asking, so I'm taking the highest bidder. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, goodbye then. Like, I'm
Well,
not doing this game with you.
$5 and the monitor works. I'm like, and it was within like 20 minutes of where I live. So,
How much?
but she never replied to me. Somebody else must have
He was bidding. That's why.
got it. So
Your partner better.
I'll probably see it next week somewhere for
I don't wait.
$200.
Yeah, well, now I realize.
It's polka dots
I need a fucking
right now. It's on a
I need it.
polka dot
$2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So Trina, this MacBook Pro you got there looks like it's booting up fine.
Yeah, it's a bit sluggish, but it's got 4 gigs of RAM.
Which generation is it?
It's a 2.4 late 2011.
So how much RAM can you shove in those things?
16.
Not unofficially, you know.
I know 8, possibly 16 with the 2011s. I know 2012s you can put 16 in.
16.
16.
I have an
It's
early
probably-
2011.
Still has a Rust drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to double check this.
Yeah, throw an SD in there,
Yeah, exactly.
max the RAM.
Yeah.
Be a decent machine.
Nice thing about those, they're actually really easy to work on still,
Give your
Yeah.
partner a lovely deal.
and they're not like the horrible.
Did you hear this? Did you
What
hear
is he
this
saying?
background?
What?
What do you say?
Can you give me a good deal for it? Because I need a laptop.
No. Go buy your own.
You go buy your own.
I did.
And it's got a 500 gig. Yeah, it's a Seagate, so it's probably it's
Bullying Charlie. Charlie,
Yes.
my wife, she's getting tomorrow a brand new MacBook Air, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. And all I can think about is how much better her computer is now than mine.
Oh,
Is that bad? Like, is
you're a
jealousy a
little
bad thing?
jealous?
A little bit jealous.
a little bit jealous.
It's fine.
My trashy 2018 Mac Mini, Intel garbage.
Yeah. For years, I've been handing down computers to my kids. My daughter handed down her old gaming computer to me and went out and dropped a bunch of coin last weekend to buy. I think she spent like $2,500 to build a PC.
Whoa,
And that's what the price is going
2,500.
down. Sorry.
What's
go
she
ahead.
buying?
Hey,
GPU.
My wife
I
is still
think,
using a 2011.
I think $800 was just the GPU.
Mhm.
There you go.
So
My last
Well,
PC I think I bought in 2015. It's still going pretty well.
There we go.
I'm sure it's an Intel 13,000 generation i12, whatever.
Holy smokes! Actually, you might be exactly right. Hold on, like a look.
What are you
No, it's an
Watching
i7.
CPU-Z.
$200.
I think she paid $3 something for the CPU.
$250.
175.
I don't know. I didn't see the price list because it's too rich for my blood.
Yeah, mine's an i7 8700.
No, 175, 175, 175.
Charlie said he's sober, but he just argued the price. I'm like, oh, I'll get about 200 for it.
Mhm.
Max with the RAM, put an SSD in it, and he's like, "What will you sell it to me for?" And I'm like,
300.
"Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like his price better. 300. Done.
Plus the support contract.
What's that?
Plus the support contract for,
That's
I
right.
don't know, 75 a
Care.
month.
Trina Care.
Yeah, Trina Care.
How about 150?
A month? Sure.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. For the
Not a
support
month.
contract.
Not a
yeah.
month. Just on
Weekly.
150.
Okay, hand me the air.
Air.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's on the. It's under the box that you put on there.
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah. What's next? Is
Chop, chop.
Is a customer's MacBook Air,
Ooh.
Fancy.
and we are just going to simply replace the battery in it.
Oh, that's one of those cake cutters.
That's right. Take a drill, and you don't need the right screwdriver. Just drill out the pencil lobes.
Let me.
Much
Yeah.
easier.
I fix it,
All the way through.
kid. Oh,
I borrow my daughter's. She has the best tools.
all right. Hold on. I'm going to change the camera.
She only has those tools because someone bought it for her.
This is my iFixit kit. Not made
Damn it.
by iFixit.
Sorry, can I see that again, Eric? You were kind of blacked out. What is your iPhone? Ooh, fancy.
It's just a little bag that's got,
Yeah.
a tiny little cutting board and some cheap tools.
Okay, where's my glass? Oh.
That'd be pretty amazing.
So we're gonna take the battery.
Ah.
Well, your iFixit kit doesn't have a cutting board.
No, it doesn't. Everything else but.
Oops.
No, that's too big.
Does it have ancient used dental equipment?
There's a mall that there's a seller of ancient used.
Hey, Garth, you're a noisy eater.
That's why I mute. I'm so sorry.
Just teasing.
Where's the foot? How do you lose a foot?
It's missing one of the feet.
Oh, that takes the value down right there.
What do you do to it to rip the foot
Well,
off?
My goodness, the
it's a
foot's gone.
customer. That's the customer.
Call him up.
This is
Uh-huh.
Replace it with those really cool ones with the apple embossed on them.
Yeah. Call Steve.
For a minute.
Yeah, what's up?
You know the problem with iFixit kits? There's too many tips, so it's really hard to find the right one. If you have a really cheap toolkit like mine where it only has 8 possibilities, makes it easier.
Eventually, you find one that sort of works.
Yeah, mostly works, right?
Applying that pressure and torque, it'll undo it.
You know, a Torx works in a hex, no problem.
Let's see. Adam's testing RAM. Did you get them all?
I'm just testing the spares.
No.
Got one more to go, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna sell the old gaming laptop online, but I really don't think it's worth much because it won't boot.
This one.
No, it's too
I think
Is
the logic board's, it'd be good for a screen or something like that. The logic board's probably got an issue.
the CPU removable on those ones?
I don't know. It's a Dell.
nice.
Dude, you're
The
getting
gaming
a Dell.
version, I would assume so.
Most of those, they're not.
And that's too tiny.
Send it to Charlie. He needs a laptop.
I think he wants a working laptop.
No,
though.
he doesn't need it.
Yeah, a working laptop would be fantastic.
I'm getting
Well,
you a free laptop.
You could get one of those, that they use on the furniture in the furniture store. Yeah. I guess they made some nice cases for some of the Macs to for mock-ups that went into the stores like that.
Yeah, they come up every so often on eBay.
Yeah.
There it is.
I have one of
Garth,
the
you're
iMac
making me
mock-up ones.
hungry. Sorry.
I have one of the iMac mock-up ones.
Did you?
It's funny because I got it because it was actually a tangerine one. I tear it apart. I used the plastics for the tangerine and made a tangerine iMac.
Yeah.
Now I have a ruby one. I really need to clean it up. It's one of those long-term projects. It's been on top of my bookshelf for about 12 years.
Like maybe it'll turn into a real one.
It's quite
Leave it
empty.
there
I
long
gotta say. There are some incandescent LED light strips in it though.
Yeah. That's cool.
Fancy.
Did we give up taking the bottom off? Like, what's going
No,
on
no,
here,
I'm
Trina?
just catching up on the channel. Sorry.
They're wondering why it's taking you so long. They're like, why is she?
Well,
not
it took me forever to find the right size drive.
What year is this? Is this like a first generation
It's
iPod one?
It's a 2013.
Eh.
I remember when those came out. They were quite the deal.
Rage.
Yeah.
Everyone copied Thin and Light Designs.
I had a netbook
I remember
at that
yeah.
time. One of the was it a Acer Aspire 1 or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was a nice little book.
Everybody had those back in the day.
They were cheap.
Yeah. For obvious reasons.
I actually used it as my main computer for about a year.
Oh, with that little tiny screen?
Yep.
No wonder you're wearing glasses now.
The glasses predate computers.
Oh. As do
Acer
mine.
Aspire.
Ooh.
The jalopy
Yeah.
of laptops.
Oh, it was junk. I kind of wish I had hung on to it. I'd turn it into a, like a Mac Plus with an emulator or something like that now. Just because.
It can't be that hard to find. This I got free at work. Somebody just gave it to me.
Yeah.
Do you need the
Windows 7 Home Premium.
There we go. I was like, oh, this should
I ran Ubuntu on it.
Thanks.
You're one of the Linux guys.
I was.
Okay, what's this going to
So I don't know, Jeremy. That sounds like a maybe. If it comes with a keyboard, absolutely.
Not working, but
FF5,
impact and no physical damage. Plus 60
this
bits.
one?
I'd offer $30. Sorry, 32. 32.
You don't
What
offer
kind of Mac? Oh, a Mac
Shit.
Plus.
Yeah.
Could be battery bombed, right?
grab
Oh, wait a minute. They didn't have the onboard batteries.
right back there, and the cleaning
Isn't the
stuff
one in the
just
back?
right back there.
Yeah. Yeah. So the analog board could be corroded.
just
Mm.
By the way, non-working might mean
Yeah,
that they
before the
didn't
call.
have the brightness.
True.
Yeah, honestly, if they had the keyboard, that's definitely one I just jump on. That's
It's worth it for the keyboard alone.
Yeah, I've gotten so many 128 plus SE era machines where it's like the screen is dead and the knob was just turned down.
Yeah. I used to work on point of sale systems, and we had that's the longest story. Anyway, it was 8088 based with a Hercules graphics card, CRT, black and white kind of amber screen thing. And I would get support calls all the time from people who's like, I can't see anything. And I'm like, turn the brightness knob. Well, I got so tired of those calls because they would Z the register out at like 2 a.m, right? and it was across the country. So sometimes I was getting calls very early in the morning. Whenever I visited there, I took super glue and glued the contrast and brightness controls down so they couldn't change them.
It's funny.
Be funny someday to actually find one of these old Macs that some IT person has sabotaged in a way that's such that they will eliminate calls like this. Like, who the hell? Right?
Oh.
I see what they were doing, right?
I worked at a place where we had thin clients, and if we didn't have enough of them, we'd use a regular desktop computer and squirt epoxy into the USB ports so people couldn't use them.
Wow.
Wasn't good enough just to disconnect it. You had to squirt epoxy. It was just stupid.
At my job, we had something running that was keeping USB from being able to be written to with a USB stick. But we figured out that you could just go into Windows Run and type this something.exe stop, and it would just turn that thing off.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's security.
Oh, just leave it. I can't.
Security through obscurity.
All right, so let's take this battery out. I had to look up the guide.
Poke it first. We'll make a couple of holes to shrink it down. Charlie, get over there.
Swollen.
Always helpful advice.
It's not swollen.
Oh, I know you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Charlie, don't listen to Retro Techie.
I never do.
Okay.
Wow. How dare you speak that way about my son?
That's right. Can I have it?
I want to feel.
I'm pretty
bad.
sure we're about the same age. That's my guess. You're like about 3 or 4 years younger than me.
What? Did you just retire?
You're like 46, right?
No. No.
Well,
Sucker. Sorry.
I'm 21.
21. Yeah.
You're not
no.
younger
Yeah.
than me.
No, you're not 21. You're definitely not 21.
and he
What-
didn't want me
what were the-
streaming. He didn't want me streaming, by the way, when it was his birthday.
We
Sure,
don't know what his
everyone-
name is. We don't know his birthday.
No,
It's
I
actual
know.
birthday.
I know his
You
name.
know what my name
We
is.
don't know
I
his
said it.
age.
Well, my birthday. Nobody really needs to know my birthday. What do you like? It's not that
Or
important.
Facebook. We gotta know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of user are you?
I'm not 21.
How else am I going to send you a birthday card?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
It passed. Sorry, we're done with the birthday. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yes, but you have one every year, right?
I skip sometimes just for fun. Just,
Okay, so we had the battery out.
Done.
That was easier than I really.
Put some 9 volts in series.
Um,
They won't notice
the plastic should come off.
until it explodes.
Not for at least an hour.
And then they try to charge it.
Why are there flames?
That guy Eric must have tried to fix it.
It's one of my battery repairs.
What happened?
It's all gone wrong.
All right. Let's put
Does the new battery like good quality? Like, where'd you get it?
I got it from iFixit
Mm.
because there's a place called Bat Depot, and they're
Yeah.
located here in Ontario.
Okay.
But they were like almost double the price for
Oh.
the same battery.
So is iFixit going to start endorsing your channel?
They really should.
I mean, you've got the kit.
I got the
you buy
kit.
the parts.
Right?
Retro Techie's on it.
I'm
It's like,
There it is.
46 years old. Nah.
I actually know Retro Techie's real age.
She knows my age.
So do
Yeah.
I know how old you are.
Charlie knows.
You're 29.
Charlie, you know, if nothing else, Charlie, I know that you know Retro Techie's actual name.
I do know.
He does.
I know you do. You're not supposed to tell anyone. He's told you, like, please, Charlie, don't tell anyone my own
I'm
name.
like Batman.
You know that all of these retro
Spider-Man.
tech channels, like all 20 of them, are all just a giant ruse to get the information out of retro techie.
That's right.
It's an elaborate scheme.
That's
Yes.
You should never tell anyone. This is like your greatest secret.
right. hmm
And then this gets pushed down.
Oh,
All right,
should
I'm
I
s-
try booting this thing to see? I have to connect stuff.
Need assistance.
That's not gonna work.
Oh,
Can
I'll be
you?
back.
Okay, I'm putting another RAM chip on this too. See, anyone want to take bets if I come up with a third one after this?
Are there any MT left? Actually, have you been solely removing NT or other ones, or
I'm just doing the ones that are broken. So if there's MT on here, I'm leaving them. I know
Really?
it's stupid. Yeah, that's all he's paying for.
Maybe I put it in the drawer.
Oh, okay. So that you could do the job later, like in a year or two.
I told him
Yeah.
I'll change all 16 and what it costs, and he's like, no, just change the ones that are bad.
16? Wow, there's actually 16 on 2C.
Yeah, 16. There should be 41 64s, but these MTs are.
Oh,
Yeah, there's another dead one. They're 42 64s because they're cheap.
Yeah.
Charlie did a bunch of tech work. He cleaned the bottom of this.
This is
Nice.
about-
Looks clean.
Yeah,
Good job.
It's
actually,
okay.
before I put it away,
That's worth at least $100 off the laptop.
Second.
Charlie,
Yeah.
tell me what this is. We're gonna test your
wow.
age.
Wow.
1 minute. Move.
sorry.
He has to Google the image.
That's cost reduction times 3.
I honestly don't know what that is.
What is a Sega Genesis?
What is it?
Sega Genesis?
The Mega
Visa
Drive.
fuck for me. It plays.
What, it does what Nintendo don't.
That's right.
Exactly what it is.
What?
I
was
never
their-
had one.
I have 3
yeah.
now.
When I
First one?
first met my wife, literally this first time I met my wife, she was playing a Sega Genesis with Sonic.
That's a keeper.
Sunic.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Let's see if it boots.
First time I met my wife, the Game Boy was current.
When I met my wife,
Oh, great.
Pong was the popular game.
okay. Okay, Rich. Like,
Uh-huh.
what? 65? Come on.
All
I
right.
don't believe it.
It's that Canadian health syrup.
That's it's not free healthcare.
So Roger, the only reason that it looks clean is because you're looking at the top down. You haven't seen the rest of it.
Yes.
He's saying that my work area looks clean. It always
Yeah.
does for streams because I've thrown everything else around.
I love your overhead camera,
I
Trina,
was
now.
gonna say Trina's work area is never clean.
See?
Known from someone who lives with her, it's never clean.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, there we go. We have our little green light. Let's make sure we boot up.
Compared to others, it's clean. You should see it on a Wednesday.
Oh. Okay. Sweet.
It's booting.
Yeah. It booted. It must have just been asleep. I didn't realize. But anyway. It still says service is recommended for the battery.
Uh-oh.
Is there a way to? It says to calibrate it, which is charged.
Reset. Yeah, actually, Jay has a whole theory about how to reset the battery and stuff, but you might need to reset SMC if it was still on in some state, like
Yeah, it was still on. I didn't
sensei.
even know. Okay, let's restart, and I'll do SMC is what command keys?
You mash your 3 fingers on the left side key down. You hit the space bar with your other finger, and you hit the power button. And I don't remember the details. Look it up, because believe me,
Let's do this.
Is
yeah.
Genesis a game
Just hit it.
console?
SMC reset.
So how many permutations are there with that many keys?
Well, it depends on the generations and stuff, but it probably won't help for this case. But yeah,
Shut down the computer. Disconnect the MakeSafe. Disconnect it. Remove the battery. Blah blah blah. All that
Shift
stuff.
control option on the left. At the same time, press the power button. Well, make
There
sure
you
it's
go.
off first, by the way. Turn
you
it
can
off.
just do it.
press-
You can do it right when it's on. It doesn't matter. It shuts her off. This is what we use.
Sorry.
we used
what
to use
is-
for a quick power off.
Okay, let's shut down. Okay, we'll shut down. Anytime.
Look at that tiny trackpad.
Okay, so what were the keys again?
Shift control and option on the left side of the keyboard.
Shift, control.
And at the same time, press the power button.
Oh, there's no space bar?
No, Garth lied. And hold for 10
I
seconds.
didn't say spacebar.
Garth.
You selling the spacebar with your pinky.
For a special dialing wand, mash down on the keypad now.
So I said spacebar, but clearly I meant shift, obviously, because.
And then after
you
10
know,
seconds, release it
kind
and
of
then
monster.
power up your Mac.
Oh, well, I'm already powering up the Mac.
Yeah,
Were you holding the power button down the whole time, though? Or
No,
did you press it once and let go? So
yeah,
now you gotta
Start
turn it
over.
off again.
start over.
Jesus.
Listen to your elders.
But you're younger than
You're aging rather quickly there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, with the shift.
21. No, I'm 80.
So Retro Techie, how old do you think I am?
on the power button.
How old's your daughter?
Not saying.
She lives at
Doozy.
home. Either teenager or 20s is what I'm guessing.
My daughter's 34. Hold my Chucky.
You're 102, but Eric is.
I know how old Eric's daughter is. He said it in one of the streams.
Ah,
57. Oh, I said the number. You didn't hear me.
50 moo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
You're close.
I was gonna think like
Nothing,
50.
there's nothing wrong with a moving
56,
solder gun.
57. I'm thinking.
I had it muted for
You're,
most
you're very
of it,
close.
but I needed one more moo.
I am 59,
Oh, there you go. There you go. I think Garth
or
is much
a
older.
little older than my teeth. One or the other.
So Eric is a lot older than me.
Which planet were you
Yes,
hatched
I
on?
look a lot older than you, Garth.
See, and Eric doesn't look a day over 58.
Right.
But Eric is absolutely considerably more wiser than I am. I guarantee you that.
No.
Yes.
No. I will admit that both of us are wiser than the 86-year-old.
86. He's not 86. Okay, I'm calling out. Retro Techie is 41.
Oh! What? Is that true?
Going on 13.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to get the password from this guy, so I'm just gonna shut it down for now.
All I can say is he's a millennial.
What
Wow.
year?
Why?
What year MacBook is that you don't have the password for?
What's that?
What year is the MacBook you don't have a password for?
2013.
That might be old enough to bypass it out. Did those have the security chips?
Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I'll just email him tonight and say, "What's your password?"
Jeremy's older than 41.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I got an old MacBook and I was able to do some crazy stuff in the terminal and reset the password.
Cool. Well, this is a customer, so I'll just ask the customer.
I had to do
That's
do
fine.
something once with a ThinkPad where I had to solder some leads onto a chip on the board to be able to get it to reset. God, it was a pain.
I just booted in a single user mode and deleted. Dot setup. Apple setup done.
I had to
Yeah.
I had to
Was a
solder
hacker.
I had to solder a serial interface on the board
Oh,
for
nice.
this thing
Oh, I know.
because it had the firmware that was bad. That if you let the battery die and the date scrambled, it wouldn't boot.
Oh,
My favorite computer that I had to reload one time was this Dell sort of server high-end machine
Yeah.
that all the drives were on this controller that didn't show up by default in the Windows XP installer, and you had to load them from floppy while you were doing the install, but
Yeah.
the machine came with no floppy drive.
That's how they get you.
So I had to go find a floppy drive with this weird like thin ribbon cable, like
Hmm.
not normal, and plug it in there just so I could load this stupid like RAID driver, and then it worked.
It sounds very similar to my 2CI and AUX dilemma. No CD-ROM drive. It has to have a floppy to boot from.
Yep.
Although I did figure out a way around that.
I'm actually surprised I booted off that. I guess it kind of makes sense, right?
Well,
Very
I just
small
copied it to a hard drive image and made it device 6. So it worked.
Punch cards. That's getting up there.
You had to use punch cards when you first learned programming. Did you ever drop your stack
Oh God,
and then have to resort it?
that would be horrendous.
Minority Report gloves.
This is the one, Adam. This is the one.
I don't know. I think I might end up missing all these
lasting a little
brands.
longer. Still wet, damn it.
What?
I air program with Minority Report gloves.
Actually, I just replaced that RAM, so maybe I did something wrong there. Let me reseat.
Uh-oh.
Either that or the chip I'm using is bad.
Are there like other separate like logic chips, like 74 or whatever it is, to control the RAMs that sometimes go bad on those?
There is a 74LS251, but as far as I can tell, somebody's already replaced that.
Oh my God.
So this is
Okay, I'm gonna swap 2 chips and see.
It's actually an interesting
I
repair then.
did. Thank you. I was trying to think of who sent them to me. Yes, I did.
You
get them.
sent me a super chat.
Hey, I now have
Okay.
AUX.
Hey, Retrotech, I'm gonna send you a super chat. You ready?
Yeah, do it.
You ready?
Do it.
Here it comes. You ready?
Right here.
There it is. Super chat.
That's very super of you.
So this is the
Super
one of
chat.
the Wino laptop because there's wine even on the bottom of this.
The wino?
Wino.
Oh, it looks dirty too.
Those look kind of puffy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
bet
yeah,
you don't see it. Oh,
the
yeah.
batteries need to be
Right.
replaced.
So look at this.
Oh, Eric, your
Man line
screen's
on-
broken.
Yeah, well, it's a bad sync rate, right? No, I have Command Shell on a
I'm
Mac.
looking.
Ah.
Yeah, I've done that on OS 10.
You and your newfangled stuff.
Welcome to the future.
I don't know where that is.
I
Just imagine what OS X would be like if they had actually stuck with using Unix
Property
instead
next.
of going to Next or whatever.
Buying Steve Jobs back?
Yeah, buying Steve Jobs back. If they had
You want
stuck with Unix,
Copeland, because that was a whole nightmare.
that's it.
What about? What if they went with Gassay's BOS?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they should have bought them.
Okay,
That would have been a smart move.
so I have no idea how to take this motherboard out. And annoyingly,
Well, one way is to
I,
smash it into little bits. That would be the retro techie way.
I would. Whatever works.
but unfortunately, iFixit only has a video. They don't have a step-by-step guide.
So
No, for
Trina,
that one,
just
really?
throw it off the balcony. Go
Wow.
to the dog park. That's it.
So we're gonna start watching the video.
The video.
Crank down the volume.
That looks
Hello.
complicated.
Welcome.
Did
Today, we will learn how to remove the logic board. Yeah.
No.
Maybe it's on an episode of Computer Chronicles. What is this? Macintosh Human Interface Guidelines from Apple Computer Incorporated.
Never heard of them.
So Trina, did you receive the zip disks that Michael mailed you?
Yes, I showed them. Yep, we're all good. I couldn't
Inside
remember
Mike.
who it was that sent them to me, but thank you, Michael's Workshop. Yeah, I don't care about paintbrushing the damn thing.
This is a 15-inch one, right?
This is a 15, yeah. 2017.
2011? 2011?
2017.
2017. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to use VI to edit. I thought I'd use Ed.
Does anybody know who Bruce Tognazini is? Bruce TOG on interface. Sorry, I'm gonna try to do this, but it's like, who's this guy?
I just sent you the iFixit guide on Discord, Trina.
Oh, did you?
2017.
Like
Inch.
step-by-step guide?
Well, for like different things like, logic board and lowercase and different things.
Yeah, the logic board weirdly is only a video.
Oh my goodness.
Which is annoying. But let's see.
Really annoying, actually.
Am I the only one who hates it when I go to look up how to do some procedure and all I can find is videos?
I also hate that.
Like a step-by-step on this.
I mean, I like YouTube, but when I'm like in a doctor's office and I want to know what button to press, I can't watch the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's only the video. Same thing. That's what I found. Okay. So, what did he do next?
Oh, so you got a nice shot of the chaos that is my room here.
Welcome to the chaos.
I feel like you can't get out.
I feel like we shouldn't talk about that. Yeah, what the heck's up with that stupid video guide? I mean, who wants to see that?
Right?
I mean, maybe it's good, but yeah.
Nobody will take the time to translate it into screenshots and text.
But fortunately, I have the kit, so I can actually like do what he's doing. Oh,
Step 1, subscribe and like.
I get
Oh
this.
yeah, everybody hit that like button.
Yeah, please, and subscribe if you haven't.
Nah.
I unsubscribed. Was that not what I was supposed to do?
No, don't.
Send me a super chat. No.
Hey! I heard that.
Retro Techie's new name is
Oh.
Send me a
Super
super chat.
RetroTech is showing off his 20-inch iMac behind his head. And I only have a 20 or 17-inch one behind mine.
I have two of them.
You
They cost me combined $50.
Yeah,
I
good.
hate
Canadian?
IMAX.
Right.
IMAX suck.
How dare you, sir?
Oh, so today somebody on Facebook talked about replacing the caps in one of the power supply boards for the iMac, right? The G4 iMac. And they got it running again. And I encourage them, please put your information and your pictures, whatever you did, onto Tinker Different, because they're like, this is what it was. Yeah, I'm not sure what cap it was, but it got going. And because obviously a lot of these actually, the caps on them fail and stuff. So
Never. Mine will live forever.
the power supply will go, believe me.
Is it wrong that I'm tearing apart an 80 column card to steal the RAMs off of it?
Nope.
Yes.
It's your card, right?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Then you do what you want with it.
I can't believe you, Adam. You're dead to me now.
It's socketed, and I'm like, free RAM. Yeah.
Just like that time you took the RAM off that 2GS card.
Yeah. I mean to equipment. Let's see what this does.
I don't know. Joe's the one that keeps blowing up caps and stuff.
That's fun to watch.
Oh, I didn't
Joe
say it
likes
wasn't
to blow
fun to
up stuff.
watch, but
You replace those fast. Holy smokes!
Damn it!
The same
I must
port.
have.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's the same one. Yeah, I must have soldered something wrong there.
Pen. Pen.
That's interesting. Is there something else possibly wrong though? Or
Pen.
No, it just keeps coming up with that same RAM chip. I must have not put that socket in right, or I tore a trace or something. I'll
Dry eraser pen.
pull this apart and check again.
did you clean the pins on the RAM chip?
Right there.
Yeah, I've had 3 different RAM chips.
No, there you go.
Yeah, I know.
So, oh,
Hmm.
Oh,
That's interesting.
That's
you
good.
know how
get some-
there's. Oh, this is really
annoying.
stupid. I feel like an idiot. You know how there's 16 pins on a RAM chip?
Yeah.
It doesn't work if you only solder 8 of them.
You didn't do that.
I missed a
How
whole
does
That's
row.
pretty funny. So is it only that one, or did you?
So is it a 4-bit RAM chip now?
I'll tell you this. MT RAM will work in this socket just as well as any other kind of RAM. I don't know how I did that.
That's funny.
I had two sockets next to each other, and I guess I did 3 out of the 4 rows.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, in the end, it's better to see like the super obvious solution, right? Other than everything
Well,
looks
the fact-
perfect, and yeah,
The fact that it was failing the same RAM test over and over told me, yep, you did something wrong. All right, now it's soldered. Let's see what it does now.
so what I'm doing as I'm taking it
oh, your
apart,
cool
I'm
new part thing.
labeling it as I go. Yeah, that's why I bought it, was for this project.
Are those
What's
are
he
those
doing?
batteries quite swollen, or is that just the way I'm seeing
They
it?
look
Oh,
poofy,
they
don't
are.
they?
They are, if I can show you maybe a better angle, they're nice pillows.
Those are tasty.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to order the iFixit kit to take them out, because
Are you kidding?
Are those
Different one
glued
now.
on?
That's super funny, Adam. That's a different one now.
Yeah.
The lower bit, yeah.
Now, this is in the auxiliary. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th one from the top. 1, 2, 3. No, I already changed that RAM. Why? Maybe I soldered that wrong too. I'm good at soldering, apparently.
So who's an Emacs user and who's a VI user?
Vi? Sorry. So I had to use Vi multiple times at work, and I hated it. Hated it. It's just so like I gotta look at the cheat sheets. Like, what do I have to do? Q, enter, apostrophe to get out. Yeah, whatever.
While
And all
you're
the
in
engineers
insert
were like,
mode.
Vi's awesome, and like yeah. So basically, Vi was the hot thing at Apple when I was there. So there you go.
Ah,
Sorry. Or VI.
I
We
always
called
called
it
it VI.
I know, right? Right? Where was the right one? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not Emacs. That's all I cared about. I hate Emacs.
I didn't care either way.
But you appreciate VI if you try to use Ed to do anything.
Browser comment.
And
right. Fan.
Nobody wants to edit single line.
Don't program.
Three. I think three.
you can see right behind my stack of VHS tapes. I recently got at the thrift store.
Anything good?
You know, it's really frustrating. They actually had Star Trek Wrath of Khan 2, the original cassette, but the little door thingy on the cassette was like jammed. It was like would not open. And I'm like, okay, because I tested, you know, I mean, look at the tape and stuff, and yeah,
I know how to
so
fix
I
that.
I just gave up.
Well,
And
you
the actual case too wasn't all that nice either. But
Oh. Well, you can pull the shutter off.
Yeah.
It's just held on by a couple of pins.
Yeah, you can replace that, but you can also just rip it off and the tape will still work.
see, everyone knows.
VHS are the best. I love my VHS.
He's got all the awesome.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. They're really badly done.
today.
VHS sucks. That's for Windows users. Beta Max is where it's at.
You have beta?
Yeah, I do. Yes,
It
Yes,
worked.
yes.
That's it. Actually, I saw that. I saw the green little flashes. Like that was gonna work.
Yay.
What was the last thing, Adam? Was it just like slightly
Yeah, what was that?
funky or what?
one badly soldered pin on the 5th chip from the top.
Awesome.
So I
So
saw
how many
this online. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How many chips did you have to go through and like replace? Was like at least 4 or 5, right?
I did 4 of these.
Wow.
Now I just got to see why the sound. Oh, there's no sound because there's no speaker. Duh. Okay.
My next question is, how many MT chips are left on the board for the user to discover in the future?
There
Zero.
are. Amazingly, out of the first bank, there's only 1 chip I swapped, and then there's 4 on the second bank.
So he saved a few bucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just charging him a flat rate for the repair part, but he was like all picky about me charging him for RAMs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they cost what they cost.
So how many people
I don't get that.
claim these are rare?
Is that the
What?
tutorial tape?
The plus a guided
No, I-
tour.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got these. This one's still in the plastic, but
What I'm missing is I have a Mac Plus in the box,
yeah.
but somebody took the top styrofoam that kind of holds everything together
Oh
and just threw it away.
no, I still have the sticker that came with it, or one of them.
Nice.
I
So I
I
put-
saw. Sorry,
I was just gonna say I put Oki RAM chips in here if anybody cares,
Oki.
instead of the MT garbage. Made in Japan, because you know why? Because all the best stuff's made in Japan.
That's right. If you're building a flux capacitor time machine,
I'm so
travel.
sorry, Jeremy.
What do you say?
I'm just messing with Jeremy.
Oops.
It's funny is I have a VHS deck that was very late in the lifetime of that actually has HDMI, and it's one of the few that will upscale the VHS through the HDMI connector.
Really?
It also does component video out.
Does it have DVD too?
It has a DVD RAM recorder in it.
Okay. Wow. That's weird.
Yeah, it was what was the
Does it record?
high end thing.
Does it automatically record off the VHS tape to DVD RAM?
Yeah, you can even do editing on it and stuff using the remote. It has this crazy
Yep.
remote, so you can make menus and whatever. And then you can record
That's
live,
pretty cool.
either S video or RF or composite to a DVD, like straight in. You know what I use it for? It has really good scaling. So it's my Nintendo and my ColecoVision and my SNES are plugged into that, and then they output by component or HDMI.
It's using
And
it as a scaler.
Basically, yeah. And every once in a while, I can play a VHS tape on it.
I gave a really good one of my VHS players with a DVD player and stuff and everything with S video and everything to one of my son's friends because it was interesting. He actually makes some really weird videos he puts on YouTube. It's like, and he needed to have a tape deck he could actually record stuff off of. And give him one of my best ones, and I kind of regret it now because I'm not sure if he's done anything with it. Whatever. I have a couple other ones, but they're not as I probably not as good as objectively as that one. But yeah, oh well.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm going to back up the image of just the 3.0 install for this,
Okay.
just so I've got it.
Yeah, if you
anybody
have
ever-
the stuff to do it off of Blue SCSI to copy what you're doing,
Can you
Yeah.
see-
I know you said that's cheating if you use an image, but I like
Hey,
cheating.
it worked. You still have to have a CD-ROM drive. I tried using the beta
There's no
that mounts a CD.
Yeah.
It doesn't recognize it. So
I've already got CD-ROM that's functional with my Quadra, so
what do you know which version Oh, see, because there's only like 5 CD-ROM drives that'll work on this thing.
It's a CD300, so I think it's old
Oh,
enough
yeah.
to do it.
CD300, the Apple CD300,
Yeah.
it'll work.
Too long.
Do this
Sorry.
one more time. I'm sending you a rainbow show.
Is this the one you're gonna wash? And
You know, it's funny.
just on
I had a intern from Taiwan that was making a file utility program, and he called it FU, and did this great job on an icon and everything. I had to clue him in.
Why?
I considered it, but I was responsible for him, so it would have come back to
Yeah.
haunt me.
Okay, fine.
All right, now I
No.
can boot some software maybe.
Do it.
So that sound was what you're supposed to hear.
Yeah, that's the end of the system OK thingy.
So it's the paper tape that uses a loader flapping on the end of the reel.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I like the 2GS one better though. It's all.
Dave, so he'll be here soon. So I'm curious, Adam, was the Apple II one of the first computers you ever used, and as a kid?
The second I owned, and the first I actually used.
Okay.
All right, I will be right back. You guys keep the stream going.
No.
Look, my memory is okay.
Yay.
Yay! Now I can play some real software.
It's useful again.
Let's see if I'm try to have it load AppleWorks because that uses all the memory basically.
It's so much fun to like go through my Apple IIc systems, and actually, I got to figure out. I got to ask you, Adam, offline, obviously offline, how to get the right ROMs and stuff for these things and stuff. I just want one I can swap.
For what?
2 units, like a ROM 4X or 5X, whatever they are.
Oh yeah, I actually put a 4X in this. Even this guy shipped it to me with a I mean, I knew it was bad RAM before he even shipped it, but I also knew it had a ROM 255. So I quoted him part of the repair is upgrade your ROM. So I put a 4X in here. And the reason for that is because that lets me do that was RAM tests. The original ROM doesn't do it, so it's kind of useless. I mean, you can run a test on the software I just ran a minute ago, but it doesn't pinpoint which chip. Okay, so this works. All the RAM's showing up, 56K.
That's cool.
And then one more thing to try is this.
Adam's actually getting real work done. I feel bad.
I'm backing up files.
I was originally just going to come on here and chat,
I
but
forgot. Actually, I had something to do, and I actually forgot to set it up. So yeah, okay, never mind.
that works too. It's the old pirated
Mhm.
copy from the 80s.
Arr.
Stolen.
It's got a whole lot of extra levels on it though, which is cool.
Well, September 19th is coming up.
Okay, the next. What happens September 19th?
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
That's also my wife's birthday.
Arr.
Okay, the last thing to try out is this original floppy drive and see if it actually works.
Oh,
Because the memory was not letting him boot.
I need to
So-
pick up another super drive so I can replace the bad floppy drive in this seat. Oh, I assume it's a bad floppy drive. I don't know. It might be fine.
So I fixed my Apple IIc Plus this morning.
Yeah.
And the 800K drive was bad in it. And I went into my pile of drives, and all I could find was a super drive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, screw it. So my 2C Plus has a super drive in it that it will only ever see as an 800K. All right, I'm going to put this floppy in here and see what this does.
Actually, I bet you the
Oh,
floppy
good.
drive is fine. It was the image I was trying to make that was bad.
Okay. Floppy drive works, and I'm so glad because I don't want to fix another floppy drive right now.
Cool.
So Adam, I got my Warp 9 external floppy drive, 800K drive. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I finally got it. I took it apart, and it is very, very much different than the 800K drive I've seen before. my guess,
I
I
like to
don't
see
know.
pictures of that.
Is it kind of common or stuff? But yeah, it's actually. I took it apart to service it, but it seems like it just worked. I need to plug it into something to actually try it. But I might just send it to you honestly because this is more your wheelhouse. And but I just got it because it was a good deal and it was like on the spur of the moment thing, right? But it's
Yeah.
very weird the way it works and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
and
I've
also
got
the
some-
case is kind of chonky and like seriously early.
Yeah, I think you showed me a picture of it. I have something similar, but not that one. But I love all those weird third-party drives.
It's got
Hey,
like
you
a
guys wanna-
full-on like Horkin stepper motor in it, right?
Oh, what? What? Want to
Yeah.
hear some modern music? Here we go. Maybe we got a copyright claim.
Oh, I recognize
This
that.
is-
What is that?
Very fast.
The
Here,
square.
let me.
Oh, that's like
I recognize this. Like, oh yes, I recognize this. It's like
Let
their
me-
stupid.
I'll move
tutorial
it to the
thing, right?
middle so you can see it. There.
Well, we're getting there.
So that's some high-res drawing, right?
Ooh.
It's coming in slowly.
That's as
Slow
fast
down,
as it goes. It's running at 1 megahertz.
Gosh.
Oh, it's got color too.
Artifact color. Hold on. The best part's coming.
Wow.
Gosh. Wow.
And then that's about as much as I can stand.
I can't repeat the lyrics that go through my head when I hear that.
What is it?
Oh, you got Charlie interested. What is the lyrics?
I'm not saying it.
Do your
That's
hang
Is it
Probably a
not-
bad idea.
Yeah,
thing is-
essentially, yeah.
That program is so old it runs in Integer Basic, which is Wozniak's original Basic.
That was a cool solution. A very limited solution, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Is the battery out yet? What's going on over there?
Well, I'm trying to take the motherboard out. Actually,
I think the batteries have gotten poofier
Yeah.
I
just
hope
watching
not.
them.
There's something on here called craps.
So do you actually think you could fix the motherboard if it had liquid damage?
Okay,
How much do you want to bet? $10.
I got the ultrasonic cleaner,
You now have $20.
Yeah, have you tried that out yet?
and I
Trina?
got the.
Do you want to bet $20?
Not,
I have $40.
I'm gonna try it out.
You want to bet $40?
Have you tried it yet?
You now have $80. I can't lose this game.
Not yet.
I want
Yeah.
to bet $80.
Did you get it out of the box yet?
You now have $0. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out of the box.
Okay. Just to make sure you didn't get a brick, or something.
And the timer, and it turns on, and the chime, like a timer works.
So that's good. Are you going to do a tinfoil test like Bruce?
Nope. I'm just gonna
Wing it.
wing it.
So the floppy drive still fits even with the sockets in. That's good. There's just two spots where you can't change them with sockets or it won't fit. It's on the two edges of the floppy drive.
My gosh.
Sorry, as I take them out, I'm also like labeling where I'm putting them, so I don't mess them up.
Oh,
No, just throw them all in a bucket.
yeah. That stream I was taking the
They're all the same
iBook
size. That
apart.
worked great, but yeah.
Yeah, the stream where I was taking the iBook apart and everybody's screaming into the chat, "Don't put them all in a pile." The screws.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing on this machine.
Stop now. Sort them out. Oh no, that wasn't it. It wasn't screws. It was don't put it back together before you test it.
Yes.
Oh, there's so many videos I watch where people are like, "Well, I soldered the thing. Let me completely screw all the 87 screws back in," and they're like, "Oh, I
Right.
missed a thing."
I was headed that way.
They're both
If you notice-
6502 Rec Techie.
I did most of the testing on this with just the raw circuit board because I don't want to reassemble things more than once.
What is
And I'm
that?
just testing the keyboard now.
Kirby.
What is? What?
You know, Kirby actually was. Because this was after a real person.
Was it?
Kirby was
I know
actually
Kirby.
named after a real person.
One of
Kirby.
the
Well,
kids
what
is really good at that. One of those
That's an
NES Kirby
unfortunate
games.
name. Kirby.
Well, Kirby. It wasn't his first name. I think it was I don't know, was Jack Kirby. Well, anyways, he was
He's
a
named
lawyer.
after a vacuum cleaner.
No, it was the lawyer for Nintendo actually.
Oh.
Because back in the day, Nintendo got sued over Donkey Kong from the movie.
You mean Monkey Kong, right?
Monkey Kong. Yeah, from Donkey Kong. So they got.
Oh, I'm
sued
sorry. I was
because-
confused by your facts. It's a little confusing.
You mean like how they were
You know
going to
the
have
story, right? You know the story, right?
Puckman instead of
That's why they
Pac-Man?
named Donkey Kong.
Anywho, ski. So they got sued. They were getting sued by the movie studios because Donkey Kong they said was rip off of King Kong, but it wasn't. It was a completely different thing. It was a completely
Sure.
different.
Oh
character.
no. He was up on top of a platform throwing barrels.
He's on a building made out of girders throwing. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Yeah, what
he
a
was throwing
coincidence.
barrels.
Anyways, Nintendo won the lawsuit against them, and they named a character after the lawyer. You look it up; it's true. It's the truth.
like
I swear.
Sasumi.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Gareth, is your Apple CD 300? Oh wait a minute, or was that Dave? No, not Dave. Adam. Ugh.
Yes.
Who was asking about the CD-ROM drive?
I was asking because I want to follow you and do
Ah.
AUX.
Okay. They've
So
used
this-
the Apple CD 300 Plus, which is the Sony CDU 561-25 I have, and an Apple CD 300i Plus, which is the Panasonic Mitsubishi.
Matsushita.
Yeah, that.
Let me see what I got here.
That one.
I
And
I got
then
a
the
really,
six-
I got a really old
600
caddy
out.
loader, but then I've got three opticals here. One is
Only 3?
300 plus. One is a. This is much newer.
What's-
This is
What's the number
24X.
on the What's the number on the 300 Plus model?
Model CR503C.
Hmm.
It's a Matsushita.
Okay.
And then I
this
also
one's
have a 600i, which is a
504-C.
504-B.
Oh, okay. That's not one of the ones listed.
Well, I got more than this too.
Yeah.
This is just what's on this shelf right here in front of me.
Okay.
I also have a really old caddy loader, which is a CDU 561.
-25.
Yeah.
That's what I have as a caddy loader. That works.
Okay.
You
I keep that around because it works on all the old stuff pretty much.
Yep. You want to make sure that you don't have the CD in it. You wait until it starts searching for a CD and then put it in.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Brilliant.
What?
I love it.
I'm afraid of Tom Barber also. And Dave. Mostly Dave.
These are so
'cause
weird.
Dave jacks old ladies for the laptops, from what I heard.
You know what good old barbecue sauce things are good for? Is holding your screws.
Oh. I use old like pill holders because I'm an old guy. I take a lot of meds. So
I don't
I've got
have any
all
old
these-
pill holders.
It only gives you like 6 spots. Or
No.
How many
I'm
pills
talking
did you
about-
get?
I'm talking about the geriatric ones that have like 12 levels of.
Morning, mid-morning, late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. In
How many
case of
times
death.
I put a 2C together? There's 3 kinds of screws and there's 10 of them, and I just don't even have to think where they go because I just know.
Yeah. Who was?
So many times I find these with the wrong screws in them too, or they put the ones in the back and the front, and they're like, "Why is there a big hole in the front of my computer?"
Oh yeah.
One of them's got one of the screws are like stripped.
I told you to get a drill it.
Yeah.
Drill it. No, don't drill it.
You use a Dremel, and you just kind of like go around it.
So, what would you charge somebody to swap 4 RAM chips and a ROM in an Apple IIc?
How much?
300.
How much time did you spend on it?
Yeah.
Well, you watched me do the whole thing other than the ROM swap, which took 3 minutes.
So an hour.
Yeah, and I was screwing around most of the time talking to you guys.
Did you
No,
enjoy
you were-
yourself when
You were
did
double
Adam?
checking your work.
Yeah, I changed each RAM one at a time and then tested them as I went. But that's
So the
mostly because the
enjoyment was
2C ROM test or the RAM test is dumb. Sometimes it'll get stuck on a bad one and not show you all the bad ones.
How much did he save by having you not just replace all the chips?
About $25.
You need to charge him much more than that.
Well, I'll tell you the minimum quote I gave him was $50
$300.
With parts, though, right?
plus parts.
Yeah.
So he's
Plus
going to get
parts.
charged
Okay.
for the RAMs, which are about $250 a piece right now. So it's
So-
only like $10.
Trina, how much do you charge?
$70 an hour.
How much an hour?
70 an hour.
Yeah. So
I
that
used to
sounds like
charge that for like modern repair stuff, but for this retro junk, it's like sort of like doing people a favor. I only take jobs that I want to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it works.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Ah!
Demonetized.
Big word.
Well, the music earlier would have demonetized her.
What, the turkey in the straw?
Yep.
What kind of Canadian swears like that?
One from Halifax.
Danny,
Oh yeah, Halifax. That's why.
Canadian? Every
His
Canadian?
keyboard works really well. I'm
What the
impressed.
fudge you talking about?
Not a good Canadian like those from Quebec. Quebec.
We're the best kind of Canadians because most of them don't want to be Canadian.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Which one's that? Which was that? Is that Kirby or Mario?
No, this is some.
I'm
It's
sorry.
a
Mario.
rollerball
Rollerball.
with the price still on there.
I forgot to take a picture of the board with the 3 RAMs changed out. Oh well.
Time to erase all these
Oh
contacts.
my gosh, I want to get into basic programming again, which is absolutely horribly annoying and stupid and terrible. But I'm
It's-
terrible at it.
It's what I did originally.
I'm terrible at it.
My favorite thing is when I go through old discs that I keep finding, and I find programs I wrote myself, but like in like '82.
What? It's fun.
So, what was your first program that you wrote yourself?
It was a joystick alignment program. I didn't write interesting
That's
stuff.
so nerdy.
I always wrote
How
diagnostics. and
efficient of
stuff.
you, Adam. How efficient.
The first big program I ever wrote was the entrance exam for my high school that I was in. They wanted to do it electronically, so I wrote it for Apple II.
Yeah.
I also wrote a way to cheat on it.
Of course. You have to have a back door. How are you going to pass it, right?
Right.
You saw that movie.
Well, I wrote a program once that was guess the number between 1 and 100, and then if whatever you typed in, it would say higher or lower. But the thing is for about 30th of a frame, it would show you the answer in a certain part of the screen. So you could just, if you knew where to look, you could see the answer, and then you could just every time you could just type the answer in.
Wow.
Yeah, I tricked a lot of people with that back in like '83. Hey, look, it's Brick Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first big, application programming thing I did with my friend, we created an editor for the original Quake for DOS, the original DOS Quake, right? It was called Quake Multi-Client Editor, and it was really amazing because it was one of the first like real-time level editing program you could use to actually dynamically create maps for Quake, like the 3D model maps and stuff in real time, and actually be live in it and stuff, and it was completely made up. That was the best part because I literally created forms in Visual Basic or like whatever it was, Microsoft Visual Basic stuff in Windows, right? And we had screenshots. We put it in, and we put it out on our IRC chat channel, and we fooled a bunch of people about QC clients coming out. And the best part was we had a lot of like real like props and stuff because my friend he actually created really awesome like maps and models and stuff for Quake. And we put this up like coming out with QC client. It was awesome. And the best part, we actually released a build of it, which is basically the Visual Basic thing, right? Just the executable, and that was it. We released it, and people they downloaded it, and like, it doesn't run for me. And like, maybe you're not clicking the right thing. And then somebody's like, it requires the VB 3.0 DLL. Is this Visual Basic? I was like, what are you talking about? I still have all the screenshots and IRC chat from that. It was awesome because we fooled about a whole bunch of people like for like 2 weeks about this awesome QC client thing we created. And I created this forum, and yeah.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
That was my first real application. My second real application was called Test Scores with my programming company called Oddsoft, which back in 1999, we created this program called Test Scores, which is a program to help you, any sort of like teacher or educator or a professor or some sort of scholarly person, to be able to grade papers in a way that you could type out like the number of people who actually in the thing and how many questions there were and the points per test and stuff. And it would tell you it would tally it all up and put it out. And it was all written in horrible Real Basic. Anyone remember Real Basic on classic Macintosh? I released my first program through Interzone. Then I got a cease and desist from some company in the UK called Oddsoft, also coincidentally, who created software of helicopters, and that was my first cease and desist. Ironically, though, I did get a few offers and email back in 1999 from people who wanted to work for my company, Oddsoft, because they saw the great software I was creating. I got $30 from that shareware program. You can look it up. Look on 2 Cows. Somebody out there, look up 2 Cows Oddsoft. You'll find it. My software. Actually, Dave has that software. Dave has that software hidden on his LC computer I gave him. He'll never find it though.
So for like the last 5 months, I've had this Apple III that I've been watching on Mercari, and it was like $900. Then it was $700, and it was $300, or like $350. And I was like, I'll give you $250. And he was like, no. And I'm like, I'll give you $260. He's like, no. I'll give you $280. He's like, no. So I just kept watching it for another month, and he just sold it to somebody else for $250.
Oh, of course.
It's also destroyed, so I hope they have fun.
Evil.
I'm going to save a picture of it, though, so I can compare it when it inevitably shows up.
Adam and Eric, check the private chat. You got to comment,
Oh.
obviously, because.
Oh, Dave's here.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Sorry, Dave.
Hey, it's all good. How you guys doing?
We do.
Hey. Hello, Adam, Garth,
Hey.
Eric,
Hey, what's up, man?
and Retro Techie.
Oh.
Hey, Trina.
That was Charlie.
Earlier, Retro Techie was assuming or claiming that you ran and grabbed like MacBooks from old ladies or something.
That's the story.
If he says it often enough.
That's the story. That's what I tell the cops.
Vicious rumors. There you go. It's over there at the house. My wife actually goes over there and takes care of the property.
She distracts her, and then he just grabs it.
Nope, there's nobody there. Just my wife goes there. So
Oh.
Hey, this guy's selling an LC3 untested, and I asked for a picture of the inside, and he says, "No, I don't have time for that."
yeah, well, I guess he doesn't want to sell it then, does he?
I'm guessing the battery has expended itself all over the inside.
Yeah.
I was looking at a Color Classic one time on eBay, and he took pictures and did a backside of it, and it was all rusty and corroded. I go, could you pull the board out and take a picture? They go, sure, no problem. Pulled it out, it was all trashed. So, and I said, I wouldn't even offer you $5 for it, you know.
There's
Unless
a
it was
Power Mac G4 for only $350.
So then he
Stabbed him right in the heart there.
relisted
Yeah.
it as untested.
Oh yeah, then take that picture away.
So Garth, what's that secret software I have on my LC?
You were listening? Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I heard you guys.
Look in your LC for an installer for test scores. That's my program I released back in 2000 or maybe 1999. One of those years.
Oh, okay. All right.
Test scores. It's stupid. My wife is a teacher. I saw a solution, and I thought I'll put this out as shareware. And again, I got $30 out of it. By the way, when you work at Apple, at least in the early days, and I don't know about like Dave's gone. When you worked at Apple, they literally had a
There,
clause in
now
your
I'm back.
your whatever it is, like you could not produce any software, otherwise Apple owns it. So I'm pretty sure I still own that one though, because I was a big right for that. So thank you.
Oh.
for getting this.
Oh, so while you were under their employ, anything that you developed, it was they assumed proprietary, legal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most places do that.
Mm-hmm. That's like when we worked at Convergent Technologies. Same thing. Anything we developed, it was their property, and we had to sign a disclosure when we left the company that we would not divulge it or.
He must be using his
Yep.
landline instead of the hotspot.
Landline of Doom.
Yeah.
Or the old lady. He's back for revenge.
That was fast and efficient.
So the first program I ever wrote was a biorhythm chart program
Oh wow.
on a TI or excuse me, yeah, the TI 994A.
Wow.
And then the second one I wrote was I used sprites to create a graphic pad where you could draw pictures and stuff. So I could use it to do plotting of things.
I have to step away from the camera for a sec. I'll be right back. I can still hear
Okay.
you though.
No problem.
Welcome back.
Thank you. That was my fault. I don't know what I dropped my mouse and went blank, so I back up here.
That'll do it.
Yeah, honestly, my first programs were actually I did basic stuff on my Apple II. I made a lot of Infocom type text adventure clone things
Yeah.
that were terrible, but it was good. It was fun.
No, I when I said first program you wrote, you know, not just typing in somebody's code.
Yep.
I really meant first.
Any idea?
The only thing I ever coded was HTML web pages back in school. So.
That's not coding.
No.
What? Oh.
Oh.
Then
That
I
is-
haven't done anything.
You do not do assignment statements. You do not do looping and control. It's not a programming language.
But I put like fun little counters and stupid gifts all
Well,
over
it's
the
still cool.
Yeah. They were gifts. That's funny.
Yeah, Retro Tech. He's talking like C++ and that kind of stuff. You know,
I mean,
We were
you
talking
know,
about basic
beyond my
Programming.
scope of that. I mean, I did a little HTML too, but that's not coding really.
HTML is a markup language. It's not a computer programming language.
I'll show you what I've coded.
And when I did HTML, I used tables for formatting. That's how old. Before CSS.
So yeah. So when I worked at Diamond Multimedia back in the 90s, I made like an internal support page for their stupid TV card thing they had, and I spent like so much time on this. It was like, we were paid for this, right? And yeah, it's all like that stuff, and like you said,
Yep. Tables to position
Text
everything.
tables.
Yeah.
web 0.1.
Yeah.
But it worked pretty well. You could hover over the buttons in the controller on the TV thing. It would show you
Nice.
how to use it.
Does this count? It's a video game that teaches you how to make video games from Nintendo. Does that count? Too new?
For Switch?
Nintendo not.
No, you put in all your.
Honestly, if you're programming something that a computer to actually do something that you're commanding it to do, that's programming in my mind.
There you go.
It may not be like, the awesome languages of Fortran or Forth or something like crazy like that. It might be something simple like your HTML or HTML. Either way, you did it. You controlled your computer through programming.
Logo is programming.
Actually, yeah, that's that right there. Mackie knows.
So Trina,
Yeah.
what are we? Catch me up here. What are we doing tonight?
You're trying to take out this motherboard, and I'm just watching a video on how to do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is the one that's got the swollen batteries on it. Okay. So you gotta repaste
Swollen
it.
Batteries, water damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going
You-
to take it out and throw it in the ultrasonic and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, those batteries, man, they look like they're about ready to have babies. They're really swelled up there.
So Dave, did you ever get it working? What's going on with the screen?
I just got to get an analog board for it, and we'll see. And because I'm pretty sure it's an analog board, because the CRT's getting power, and the gun's working on it, and it's getting high voltage.
Did you find a source for one close by?
Those damn analog boards.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple possibilities, but did that guy ever contact you, Garth? No.
And I'm pretty sure that guy was somebody that Steve said had CRTs. At least. I'm not sure what else he had, but
Yeah.
he never contacted me either way.
Yeah, that's
But
something.
actually, I have an analog board that's sketchy. I also have another analog board that's works with that sad CRT you saw, but obviously it needs a recap. And then Adam had some number of analog boards as well. But yeah, the good thing is if you have something that, the more I think about it, if we could just send you something that sort of works, at least you'll be able to tell if it's your CRT or analog board. But
Yeah.
bottom line, something on the analog board probably need to be replaced.
Because I know he said he had a lot of machines that he hadn't even went through yet, and he said he might have an analog board, and one of those that's workable enough, on it.
I only have 2 Mac Pluses. That's it for those generations at all. Everything after that is like SE or Classic.
Yeah.
Are different. But
Yeah.
the other one I have, like I said, is the one I showed you guys, which is like it looked really weak, and I'm not sure if that's the analog board or the CRT, because the CRT absolutely has some heavy burn in, so it just makes it super burnt out and tired.
Yeah. It could be a little of both, for sure. But so that's where we're at. I mean, I've been trolling on eBay and stuff, and I haven't really seen any analog boards that I saw one, and it untested. Well, I want something that I know works. So, but I think the Plus and the 512 and the 128K, they all use the same analog board, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. once you get past the plus into the SE and stuff, then they change and stuff.
Yeah, that's when they.
512K or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually you can put those in there, but then you're going down the road of like you need to replace the the analog parts of the analog board and the yoke and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think mostly the yoke. I'm not sure if you have to do the whole analog board too, though, but not easy.
Yeah.
I have a separate plus analog board, but this one wasn't working for me. But it might just need like repairs and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because like I said, then if I have a known working one, I could kind of eyeball it too and just compare it to the other one too, just to see if there's something really obvious. Because like I said, the darn thing worked before I worked on it, so I know it's something that got zapped or something. I don't know.
Yep.
And Adam says those chips that are on the board. He says he's never seen one that's gone bad. So
Adam did give good suggestion, by the way. That C1 cap at the very top of the board is one of the ones that go. But I don't remember offhand what the failure symptom for those is. Is it fully just doesn't work, or
It can just make the whole screen just not go.
and that is actually absolutely one of the worst ones right there.
Hey
the
Dave,
big-
I can send you like a Mac Plus bezel with a screen and power supply to borrow, and then you can use the parts to figure out what's screwed up, and then just either then you know which thing you have to work on, and then if you need the parts, then you can do whatever. Give me $20 or something. I don't know, I've got a bunch of Mac Pluses around here,
All right. Yeah, that's more than fair. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
or at least cover the shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no interest in a Mac Plus bezel. The only reason I would send that is just to hold it together.
Yeah.
Shipping a loose CRT is a bad idea.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually. I've done it a couple times, and you really gotta really overpack them.
Well, who was it that posted on Twitter today? They got a compact Mac shipped to them, and it was treated so poorly that the CRT busted free.
That was me. Here's
Oh,
some
it was
of
you?
the bezel pieces that
Oh,
that broke off.
Man,
Oh wow.
it must have been drop kicked.
Yeah, it was UPS. I don't know what they did to it. What's funny is I told the guy what happened, and I got it really cheap because it was like, unknown, whatever. He just refunded me, so I got to keep it free, and the board works.
That's good.
The SE board is good, yeah. Then
Oh,
also
the case
too,
the
right?
case was like ugly and gross anyway. The only thing I really lost out on was having another working CRT, but the CRT that it came with was so burned in, I probably would have tossed it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Any idea what to do with a screw that's totally stripped?
Drill it out.
Try
You
a
can-
larger.
Yeah, I have.
You can use
Yeah.
a file to cut a slot.
Yep.
Yep.
If
Maybe
you
they'll
really
use
want to
a-
live
Use a
dangerously,
back
use a
bit
Dremel.
that'll let you.
Yeah.
There's bits you can get that basically grip onto whatever it is.
Yeah,
drill into it a
reverse.
little bit
Easy out.
backwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
those things work pretty good, but those are
Yeah.
pretty small screws. So
Yeah.
Oh, they're tiny.
We use like for in the optical industry, the screws are extremely small. We're talking about like a half millimeter in length in some situations, and 0.04 diameter. And sometimes they snap off, and you got to use the easy out or drill it out or
Yeah.
press it out because the screws are softer than the actual hinge, so you can usually press them out.
Jeremy, you don't want this SC30 case. It's cracked and ruined. But I can probably get you an SE case.
Well, as soon as the weather cools down, I'm gonna visit my son and go over to his grandma's house, and we're gonna go SE hunting in the attic. So yeah,
That should be fun.
yeah. It's too stinking hot there right now. He lives in Tracy. It gets really hot there. It's like right in the middle of the valley there. It's like it's flat. You could take a level on the floor, on the ground, and it's level. You know, it's pretty flat.
What happened?
Oh yeah, drama.
Every
Yeah, I should
time
go.
s- oh,
I'm gonna go, everyone. So, thank you
Okay.
so much for having me, Trina.
Okay,
Yeah.
Garth.
See everyone.
Thanks, Garth.
it's nice seeing you.
All right.
See
See you
y'all.
later.
All right. Bye bye.
So every time, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, finally that guy's gone, huh? Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So every time I switch back and forth between Windows and Unix, I keep forgetting LS doesn't work in Windows. I need to install you know, you can install the Unix command line tools in Windows. I should do that. But do I have to,
Adam, I sent you my physical address. So
Okay.
you have my PO box, but anything other than mail goes to PO box. But if you send something like FedEx or UPS, you have to use the physical address. So I can walk here to the post office. It's really stupid how it is. And just let me know how much shipping is, and I'll take care of that for you.
Okay. I'm going out of town Saturday, so I probably won't be able to get to it till next week, but
Oh, no problem. That's fine. Not a problem.
I will put your address here where I can get to it, and I still have to find a Mac Plus that's good enough to have good parts, but bad enough that I don't care if I lose the case.
Not a problem. So are you leaving this weekend, Adam?
Yeah, I'm doing a weird trip. Usually, if I go out of town, it's Monday through Friday or so. But this one, I'm doing Saturday to Tuesday because I have to do. I have to flip a clinic, a bunch of urgent cares over the weekend, and then they're going to turn on Monday as our company.
Oh, okay. All right. So I was going to send you a link, but since you're not going to be in town, we won't worry about it then, because I'm going to stream this Sunday. So
Oh, I saw that. I won't be able to do that this
Yeah.
weekend.
it's all good. We'll
I
have
can
another
do it from
one.
my phone, but
I can still send you the link if you're on your phone or something and you're not at work. You can always hang out on the stream on your phone or whatever. So,
all right, cool.
but yeah.
I just sent the guy who owns the 2C the news about his computer, and he's like, "What? That was quick."
Say that's what $300 buys you.
I'm waiting for him to type how much. Oh, he just wrote, "What's the total?" I'm gonna tell him that I'll let him know in the morning.
Jeremy said he sent you a link to the one that he's been watching. Adam.
Oh. Would you send me the link on Twitter or?
Oh, for what he did. Oh, I don't know if he sent you it to on Twitter or not. I always send them to you on Twitter.
Oh, I'm not talking about VHS.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Let's see.
I'll send the links out tomorrow. While you don't work.
Yeah, VHS sent me something on here. Oh, Mac Plus, eBay. What do you got? Well, it's got 2.5 days to go, so let's see. Dirty, rusty, yellow.
tasty.
Sounds like it.
I don't know. You're kind of high there. It's already over $50, and there's no keyboard and mouse. So
Mm-hmm.
No.
I bought a Mac Plus for $10 without the keyboard and mouse.
You found a Mac at the garbage for $0.
Yeah. I retrobrided that, but I'm not. The back is not as good as the front. And I put it in the sun a little bit more, just to sun bright it for another few hours. Then I'll put all the 512 guts back in it.
The luck you have.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix up that 128 too, and I have an original box for it, so I'll put it in there.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't it the one that was modified to 512?
Yes.
I swear, mine has that same exact mod on it.
That little chip or that little board. Yeah, that must have been a common thing. I got some of these though. You want some of these?
Got the bad RAM? No, I'm good.
The MT RAM.
You can make a necklace out of it, Retro Techie. There you
What's
go.
funny is they use these MT RAMs also in the Mac 128 when it still had 128K like the 2C.
Mhm.
The two lines shared the same awful garbage.
Great.
Well, that's one way
I
to
don't
do
know.
it.
They must have got a bargain on those back in the day.
I was gonna plug all 8 of these that I have here now into a 80 column card and see if they blow up.
Trina, I feel like it's so dangerous watching you work on that with all those pillows.
Wow, I'm being super careful not to touch.
Oh, I know you are. I'm just, if I were doing it, I'd slip and puncture one.
Well,
Let
no.
Charlie do it.
I have a thing with batteries.
Let Charlie do it? Really?
Hey, I thought Retro Techie liked one of my tweets, but it was somebody named Retro Tech Guy.
Oh,
Sham! It's a sham!
Oh, we were bullying Retro Techie. On
You're one of his goons! One of his Twitter goons!
Hey, when you say, "Can I have it?" I'm going to say no.
No, I should get a yes. Like, one time. Say, yeah, sure. Why not? I can use
Trina, don't you have a drill? Just drill it.
oh no! I already. You know what? Actually,
Oh, did you get it out?
I just literally snipped the metal.
Well, now isn't the post stuck where it?
Yep.
Great. That'll be harder to get out.
Well, yeah, but at this point, I'm not even. Okay.
It's
why-
just going to be a registration pin now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so why is this?
I have a 2GS like that where there's this screw that snapped, and it's
Yeah.
just the shaft of it goes through the motherboard, but there's 6 other screws, so whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, and it's not like I have the other screw for it, so it's not like it's really all that.
Just do what Apple does and put a little piece of black tape over it, and then just pretend that's the way it works.
I guess it's nothing more than okay. So
That's the way it came from the factory. There you go.
Okay. I got a question. So I checked the MD5 on the CD image I downloaded for the AUX upgrade CD. And if I burn it using, like image burn or something like that, it fails. It comes back and says, and it's always in the same location, that there's a particular sector that's bad, and then it continues to. There's some message in there that says that it may have assumed a certain value when it was burning. I'd have to throw another CD on the fire to dig up the message, but I'm wondering if I should be using some other software to burn this thing.
When I bring classic stuff like OS 7 to 9 type stuff,
Yeah.
I usually use Toast.
Well, you have to have a Mac.
Oh,
To
well,
be-
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna do
With a
do
burner that
vintage
works.
Mac stuff, then you need medium vintage Mac stuff too,
Yeah, I know.
like a G3 or something.
So you have an
Oh, wait a
iBook over
minute.
there?
I do have.
Yeah, that iBook you fixed, didn't you?
Well, it doesn't have a optical drive.
You
Oh.
can add a
Firewire.
FireWire burner. Just get an IDE to FireWire interface, and then
Yeah, we'll have to do that. I do have a G5 sitting here. Cheese grater.
Yeah, G5's old enough that it should be able to run toast and burn that stuff.
Yeah. I'll have to dig it out. Well, that's a job for tomorrow.
I only own one G5 machine that works, and it's an Xserve.
Oh, wait a minute. I bet you I could use the eMac. If that, I think it's got a CD burner.
Some of them do, but not a lot. Emacs usually education with.
No, this one's the tricked out one.
Then it probably can do that.
Yeah.
And you can get Toast online now. I actually paid for a copy of Toast back in the day. I still have it, but you should be able to get it from Macintosh Garden or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toast. Yeah, they have a lot of different versions of it on Macintosh
Well,
Garden.
I wonder if I could burn it through. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Use Basilisk.
I don't know. You're kind of asking for trouble doing CD burning in an emulator.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Here you go.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you can download Toast. I have it on the emulator, and
Mine has the serial number.
so.
Trina, how's that coming?
It's coming.
Well, what the heck?
You
I'll
know,
just burn
really-
a CD.
Be handy.
The thing with
though?
what?
Oh, fuck off. I mean, a written thing. And now it won't let me close the damn thing.
Huh?
What?
Oh, it's just that instead of having a written one, they have this annoying video. There's been so much stuff like that.
I wonder if this works.
Nice hair, Trina.
I try my best to keep the fan happy.
Did
Who
you
would
get
have
your?
ever
Did
guessed
you?
that this moldy disc doesn't work?
Gee, I wonder why.
Must be the mold.
Moldy.
Wouldn't be the mold.
Did you get your ultrasonic solution, Trina?
Yeah,
Oh, good, good.
everything's all ready to rock and roll.
Ooh, we get to you guys show us a live demonstration of that.
I figure out where it's all connected. I can see. Remind me again why I like working on desktops.
The money.
Because it's better than milking cows.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why I went to college.
Ta-da!
I'm not kidding.
Ta-da! We
You-
passed.
you
Smells
passed
gross.
up a career for milking cows, Eric.
No, I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And my father, he was doing the gentleman farming thing. And then in the 70s, he lost his job. You know, a lot of people got laid off, automotive industry.
Hmm.
So he did it full time for a while. And I know way more about the business end of a cow than I want to ever know. Again, I want to forget it. Anyway, part of the reason why I did all that work was he wanted me to do it so I could learn what it was like to actually do a lot of heavy physical labor stuff.
Sure.
It worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for people that work that hard.
Oh yeah. My dad and his brothers they grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they knew all about that, and then when they got later in their life, then they opened a steel business and found that there's more money in a steel business than farming. And yeah.
Well,
And-
you're buying retail and selling wholesale if you're a farmer.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, and depending on what you get for your commodities when you're going to the elevator, selling it. Yeah. And that's what they started out in livestock like pigs, and stuff like that. Then they transitioned over into like soybeans, corn, that kind of stuff, wheat.
yeah.
And then eventually then they all got out of farming, and then they, like I said, they got into the steel business. It was Stahl Welding Incorporated. So we did a lot of stuff. I worked when I was a teenager there, and learned a lot. Actually, I started working there when I was 13 years old, doing
wow.
stuff. He'd have me go in the machine shop and have me go through the bolt bin, sort bolts, nuts. Like, okay, this is a number 5 grade bolt. Hard bolt. It goes in this bin, and because, like I said, they worked on all the farmers' equipment. They go to grain elevators. We had ginormous cranes, which later on I got older. When I got my driver's license, I drove a couple of those to jobs and stuff. Didn't really operate them. I was more of the crane oiler. But always drove the trucks with all the counterweights and boom and stuff in them. Set them up with another crane. And so we went over the place. I remember we went to Sparta, Illinois, at a coal mine washer plant. It was an above ground washer plant, which is very interesting. The first day we got there, they went on strike. And we still got paid because that was our contract. Whether we're working or not, you're still paying for that crane.
Yeah.
And so I think about 2 weeks later they settled it, so we went back to work. But it was very interesting when they would blast underground. You're on the surface, right? And you'd hear like it's a beautiful hot day, and what's this thunder? You hear it, and it's the explosions underneath the ground. And if you look, you would see like these little psst, just pop up to the ground, the pressure release from the explosion.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that's interesting. So it's pretty cool. And so we were there for 3 months and got it done. and then we got it all done. When the Highway Commission came out to certify everything to make sure that it was proper height clearance, the bridge was 8 inches too low. So the engineers screwed up on that. So we were there for another 3 weeks. They fabbed up the parts, and we lifted up the overpass, not the overpass, but the washer plant, while they put the columns in there to bolt in to bring it to the right height. And of course, then they had to all this was all washer belts and stuff, so they had to redo all that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to play it safe, they lifted up a whole 12 inches. So so it's a little higher than what's required. So
Yeah.
but it's like, you know when you're designing this stuff, you think you'd have it right? But anyway.
Yeah. I will say this about farming. The best glass of milk I ever had, well, it was a jug of milk, was after we had milked and it had been in the cooler, collected in the cooler for a while. And my dad poured like a quart of it out into a jug for me, and I just drank it down. So, raw milk, unfiltered.
Oh yeah. It's real thick. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's good. I've had that before too. It's good. I mean, I usually drink. I still drink a lot of milk. I drink 2%, but once in a while I just get the regular. because I'm kind of getting a hankering for that, as much fat as I can get out of it, you know.
Yep.
But yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we were growing up. I remember the milkman used to come and deliver the glass gallon,
Mm-hmm.
you know, bottles, and we had a milk box. It was a metal. It was galvanized,
Mm-hmm.
and it hold 2 gallon. And he'd drop 2 gallons off, and he'd come once a week. That was the good old days.
Yeah.
You remember those, Retro Techie?
I'm super young. I don't even know.
I thought you were like 84.
You're older than we are.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
It's
true.
ancient.
I don't even remember how old I am anymore. Super confused about it. What's the internet?
It's a series of tubes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a series of tubes. Don't you know anything?
That's
Got
right.
it.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I got the motherboard out.
Logic board.
Logic board. It's out.
It's fixed then.
So tomorrow I'll throw to the ultrasonic cleaner and follow the directions. And how long do you think I should put it in for?
1 week.
1 week.
You want to make sure every component comes off. So
The ultrasonic
one
cleaner has
component-
it should have a timer on the front. And it
Yeah.
probably goes up to like 20 minutes. Just put it to
Yeah.
20.
Okay,
20
bring it up
minutes.
to the max. Okay.
What was there? Did it look like there was a lot of nasty stuff on it, Trina?
Not. I'm looking at it. I don't feel like any corrosion or anything.
Maybe even just try 10 or 15.
Well, we'll try 20. Why not? But I
Just don't do it. Do it, Joe did.
Yeah, 20 won't hurt anything. It's not very long. Just leave it, like 7 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Or when I had mine way too hot and I used the wrong stuff and I took all the silk screen off the logic board, that was fun.
But yeah, I don't see any. But it's also black, right? So it's hard to see. Of course, any green would pop up, but I'm not seeing anything on the board except for a lot of dust.
So, Adam, you have a temperature control on that, so you can raise the temp on it.
Yeah, I don't remember the range, but I usually run it at like 3/4 of the way up
Okay.
on a board that's in there.
Uh-huh.
If I have to run it with the lid off, like if I have a board that won't fit all the way in, then I'll put it at max because you lose a lot of heat without the lid on it.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
I'm satisfied with this 2C.
I think I'm going to call it a
All
night.
right.
Now that we've all been sitting here talking about farming.
It's a night.
So thank you all that have joined in the chat, as well as to Adam, Eric, Dave, Retro Greens, who has a real name,
I do.
you do, as well as Garth, who was here earlier but had to leave probably to get something to eat, as I was doing after I finished this. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great night, everyone.
Yes, please subscribe to her channel
Yeah.
right there.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.